Daniel Harris was a simple man with a simple life. He worked as a small chef in a busy Earth city. His days were quiet, and his nights were calm. So when he received a strange message from a legal office, he thought it was a mistake. The message said he had inherited a restaurant from his old friend Zoran. Daniel almost laughed. Zoran was not just an old friend. Zoran was an alien. And he had disappeared many years ago without saying goodbye. But the message was real. It had Zoran's signature, his old code, and even his symbol. Daniel felt something heavy in his chest. Why would Zoran leave him something so important? And why now? Curiosity pushed him forward. The address in the message took him to an empty, quiet part of the city. Old buildings stood like tired giants. The wind carried dust and silence. Daniel checked the address again. It pointed to a small metal door hidden between two buildings. The door looked abandoned, covered in rust, but it had a glowing panel beside it. When Daniel touched the panel, the door opened by itself. Inside was a dark hallway with a single elevator. Daniel stepped inside. The elevator moved down, far down, deeper than any normal building should allow. The air grew colder. Strange hums echoed around him, like machines sleeping under the ground. The elevator stopped. The doors opened slowly, showing a large room. At first, it looked like a normal restaurant, tables, chairs, counters. But everything was mixed with alien technology. The lights on the ceiling glowed soft blue. The kitchen tools were a mix of human metal and strange alien designs. It felt familiar and foreign at the same time. Daniel walked forward. The room was quiet, but he heard something, a soft echo, like metal shifting. Then he heard breathing. Not human breathing. Slow. Deep. Watching. Hello. Daniel called. No answer. He felt a chill run down his spine. Suddenly the lights turned on by themselves. One by one, in a slow wave, until the whole restaurant was bright. Daniel froze. The tables had strange marks on them. The walls had glowing symbols he could not read. And in the corner stood a large metal door with alien patterns. The door opened. Daniel stepped back in fear. A figure stepped out. She was tall, with blue skin and dark silver eyes. Her face was calm but cold. Behind her came a small girl with the same blue skin and bright purple eyes. The girl looked scared. Daniel recognized the species immediately. He had seen them before. They were the same as Zoran. The woman spoke first. "You are Daniel Harris," she said. Her voice was soft, but strong. "Yes," Daniel said nervously. "And, you are?" "I am Mira. Zoran's wife." She placed a gentle hand on her daughter's shoulder. "This is Leary, our child." Daniel's heart dropped. Zoran had a family. And they were here. Mira stepped closer. "Zoran trusted you more than anyone. That is why he left this place to you." Daniel shook his head. "But why me? Why not you?" "Because Zoran knew you could protect it," Mira said. "He knew you had a human heart. And he knew danger was coming." Daniel felt fear rise inside him. Danger? Mira looked around the restaurant, her eyes full of fear. Zoran built this place as a secret. A safe place. But now the ones who hunted him will come again. She stared straight into Daniel's eyes. "You must run this restaurant. You must protect it. Your life depends on it." The lights flickered as if the building itself heard the warning. And Daniel realized his quiet life was over. Zoran's secret menu. Daniel stood in the middle of the strange restaurant, still trying to understand what he had stepped into. His heart felt heavy, his mind full of questions. Zoran was gone. His alien wife and daughter were standing before him. And this restaurant, it was not a normal place. It felt alive. It felt dangerous. Mira moved to the counter and pressed her hand on a glowing symbol. A hidden drawer opened. Inside was a thick book made of strange material, half like paper and half like metal. She handed it to Daniel. "These are the rules," she said. Daniel opened the book. At first the writing looked alien, but the letters shifted into English on their own. The first rule made Daniel stop. Never serve humans after midnight. Daniel blinked. What? Why? Some dishes change a person's mind, Mira said. Human bodies cannot handle them after midnight. The emotion becomes too strong. Daniel swallowed. He turned to the next page. Never ask a customer where they come from. Many who come here are hiding, Mira explained. Some are dangerous. Some are hunted. If you ask questions, you become a witness. And witnesses die. Daniel felt cold. He kept reading. If a glowing guest arrives, bow your head and do not speak. Who are the glowing guests? Daniel asked. Mira's face tightened. Pray you never meet one. The restaurant suddenly hummed. A soft blue ring opened in the air behind Daniel, like a portal. Daniel stepped back in shock as a tall alien with 4 eyes walked out. The alien sniffed the air. Is the kitchen open? It asked in a deep voice. Daniel froze. I don't know. Mira stepped forward smoothly. Welcome. We are open. The alien sat at a table. Mira gave Daniel a small push. You cook, she whispered. Zoran said you were good. Daniel hurried into the kitchen. Half the tools looked like they belonged in a human restaurant. The other half looked like they could melt a car. He grabbed a normal pan. He could handle this. He cooked a simple dish, fried vegetables with sauce. But when he placed it near an alien device, the dish began to glow softly, absorbing energy. Mira nodded. Zoran mixed human taste with alien science. The food carries emotion. It is why aliens love it. Daniel took the plate to the alien customer. The alien sniffed it again and smiled with all 4 eyes. Zoran always surprised me, it said. Let's see if the new human can do the same. The alien ate. Daniel held his breath. Then the alien exhaled slowly. Good. Very good. Daniel felt a bit of pride. Maybe he could do this. But not everything was peaceful. After a few alien customers came and went through the portal, Daniel found a small message on the counter. It was written in sharp handwriting. You should not be here, human. Leave before they find you. Daniel felt a chill. Who wrote this? He asked Mira. Mira looked at the message and her face darkened. Someone knows you are here. Who is they? Daniel asked. Mira took Leary into her arms. Zoran was hunted for a long time. Those hunters still search for him. And now they may think you have what he protected. The lights flickered again. The restaurant made a deep, rumbling sound, almost like a warning. Daniel looked around the strange place. He felt the weight of Zoran's legacy on his shoulders. He felt danger closing in. Mira touched his arm. You must decide, Daniel. Will you stay and run this place? Or leave before it is too late? Daniel didn't answer. But deep inside, he knew he had already made his choice. Hunters from the void. After the strange warning message, Daniel could not rest. Every sound in the restaurant made him jump. Every light flicker felt like a sign of danger. Mira tried to stay calm for Leary, but Daniel could see fear in her eyes too. She knew something he did not. The next day, Daniel stood behind the counter, trying to study the rulebook again. But the words felt heavier now. More real. Every rule had a dark reason behind it. Every warning was for survival. The portal ring in the middle of the restaurant glowed softly. A few peaceful customers came and went. Daniel served them carefully. But even they seemed nervous. They kept looking around, as if expecting someone dangerous to appear. Then, near closing time, the blue light of the portal suddenly changed to a harsh red color. Nira froze. No. Daniel looked at her. What does red mean? Nira whispered, hunters. A tall figure stepped out of the portal. Its body was covered in dark armor that looked alive, pulsing like a beating heart. Its face was hidden behind a mask with 3 glowing red eyes. More armored figures stepped out behind it, each one silent, each one deadly. Daniel felt his breath stop. One of the hunters looked around the restaurant slowly. Zoran's place, it said in a rough, growling voice. Still standing. Nira pulled Leary behind her. You do not belong here. The hunter turned its red eyes toward Nira. Where is Zoran? He is gone, Nira said calmly. Leave this place. The hunter tilted its head, then pointed at Daniel. Then why is a human running his restaurant? Daniel felt ice in his veins. I'm just helping. The hunter stepped toward him so fast Daniel almost fell back. Zoran never trusted anyone. Not even his own kind. But he trusted you. The voice became sharper. Why? Daniel didn't know what to say. His hands shook. Another hunter circled around the tables. He must have told the human the secret. Nira stepped in front of Daniel. He told him nothing. The hunter laughed, a cold metal laugh. We have searched for Zoran for many years. For what he discovered. For the ingredient humans carry. Daniel blinked. Ingredient? What ingredient? Nira whispered, do not speak. But the hunter leaned closer to Daniel. Human emotions, it said. Fear. Love. Joy. These feelings are powerful. Zoran learned how to cook them. Use them. Control them. And now we want what he left behind. Daniel stumbled backward. I don't know anything about that. The hunter reached out its hand as if to grab him. Suddenly the entire restaurant shook. Bright blue shields activated inside the walls. Energy barriers snapped into place around Daniel and Nira. The restaurant itself had come alive, protecting them. The hunters stepped back in surprise. Nira grabbed Daniel's arm. The defense system. Zoran built it to keep them out. The hunters growled. You cannot hide forever. We will return. The group stepped back into the red portal and disappeared. The room fell silent again. Daniel tried to catch his breath. Nira, what are they? What do they want? Nira sat down slowly, holding Leary close. Her voice was tired and full of sadness. Zoran created dishes using human emotions, she said. It made him famous. It made humans special. But it also made him hunted. She looked at Daniel. The hunters want the secret recipe. They believe you have it now. Daniel shook his head. But I don't know anything. You will, Nira said softly. Zoran left clues. He trusted you to finish what he started. Leary walked to Daniel and held his hand. Papa said you are brave, she whispered. Daniel felt something change inside him. Fear was still there, but something else stirred, responsibility. Purpose. He looked at the glowing rulebook, the strange tools, the silent restaurant. He realized he wasn't just running a business. He was standing in the way of an alien threat. And he knew one thing. This was only the beginning. The human ingredient. Daniel barely slept after the hunter's attack. His hands shook every time he remembered those glowing red eyes staring at him. But there was something deeper pushing inside him now. Something new. Something strong. Zoran had trusted him. Leary believed in him. And Nira was depending on him. Morning came quietly. The restaurant was calm again, the blue lights soft and warm. Daniel walked into the kitchen and placed the strange rulebook on the counter. The pages turned by themselves, glowing faintly. Then the book stopped at a new page he hadn't seen before. Emotion dishes, the heart of the menu. Daniel frowned. He read the simple explanation. Human food carries natural emotion. Aliens cannot create this on their own. Only humans can turn feelings into flavor. Daniel blinked. Human feelings. How can emotions be an ingredient? Nira stepped into the kitchen. She had been watching him. This is why Zoran trusted you, she said. Humans do not understand the value of their own heart. But aliens do. Daniel read more. Each dish had an emotion attached to it, calmness, courage, hope, comfort. Zoran had learned how to turn these feelings into actual energy using alien tools. This is why the hunters want the recipe, Nira said. They want to control emotions. If they control emotion, they control minds. Daniel felt anger rise inside him. Zoran used this to help people. Not control them. Yes, Nira said. And now you must do the same. Some alien customers arrived through the portal. They looked scared, stressed, even tired. News had spread quickly about the hunter's return. Daniel could feel the fear filling the room. He stepped into the kitchen. I'll make something. He cooked simple earth meals, warm soup, fried rice, soft bread. But he cooked them with a strong feeling in his chest. He wanted to protect these people. He wanted to give them comfort. As he stirred the soup, the liquid glowed gently. When he sliced the bread, the crust shined with soft golden light. Nira watched with surprise. You are doing it, she whispered. You are creating emotion dishes without training. Daniel carried the glowing food to the customers. The tired aliens ate quietly. Then Daniel saw it happen, their bodies relaxed. Their eyes softened. Their fear faded. One alien even smiled. This food gives peace, the alien said. Daniel felt a warm pride grow inside him. Maybe he really could do this. But the moment didn't last long. The restaurant alarm suddenly beeped, a sharp, painful sound. Nira stiffened. The hunters. They are close. Daniel looked at her. What do they want now? They want Leary, Nira said quietly. She carries Zoran's knowledge in her mind. She knows things even I do not. Leary hid behind a chair, scared. Daniel felt something burn inside his chest. He stepped forward. They won't take her. Nira looked at him with surprise. You would fight for us? Daniel nodded. Zoran trusted me. I won't let his family fall. Suddenly the lights dimmed. The air shook. A new portal appeared outside the restaurant walls, bigger than before. The hunters were preparing a full attack. Daniel looked at the rulebook again. A final note glowed at the bottom of the page. A human's greatest power is not strength or technology. It is emotion. Use it. Daniel took a deep breath. He understood. He walked to the kitchen. What are you doing? Nira asked. I'm cooking, Daniel said. And this time, it won't just be food. It will be a weapon. Nira's eyes widened as Daniel grabbed ingredients and activated alien devices. The kitchen glowed brighter and brighter. Heat filled the air. Strange symbols lit up on the walls. Daniel felt something powerful awakening inside him. He wasn't just a chef anymore. He was the only human who could turn emotion into energy. And he would use it to stand against the hunters. The attack was coming. And Daniel was ready. The last recipe. The air inside the restaurant felt heavy, like the whole building was holding its breath. The blue lights flickered as a deep vibration moved through the walls. Outside, the giant red portal grew wider, pulsing like a living wound in space. The hunters were coming. Not one. Not a few. Many. Daniel wiped sweat from his forehead as he worked in the glowing kitchen. Alien machines lit up around him. Human tools clanged softly. The rulebook stayed open beside him, its pages flipping in the rising energy. Nira stood at the door with Leary behind her. Both watched Daniel with fear and hope mixed in their eyes. "Daniel," Nira said, "we can still run. We can escape through the small dimension door in the back." "No," Daniel said, shaking his head. "Running won't stop them. They'll follow you forever. This is the only chance to end it." He chopped vegetables with so much focus the knife left glowing trails in the air. He heated broth until it shimmered like liquid stars. Every movement came from emotion, hope, protection, courage. The room filled with bright gold light. Nira stared with shock. Zoran never created something this strong. "This isn't Zoran's dish," Daniel said quietly. "This is mine." The hunters finally entered. Their dark armor crawled like living metal. Their red eyes glowed with hunger. The leader stepped forward, pointing at Leary. "Give us the child," it growled. "Give us the knowledge." Daniel stepped in front of Nira and Leary. "She stays with us." The hunters raised their weapons. Daniel lifted the steaming bowl in his hands. The dish pulsed with warm light, brighter than anything the restaurant had ever produced. "You want emotion?" Daniel said. "Then take it." He placed the bowl on the counter. The glowing broth began to vibrate. Then it exploded, not with fire, but with a wave of pure emotion. A shockwave of warmth and memories blasted through the room. Zoran's laughter. His kindness. His dreams. His love for his family. His trust in Daniel. The hunters staggered backward, screaming as the memories crashed into them. Their armor cracked. Their red lights flickered. The shockwave was too strong, too human. They fell to their knees, overwhelmed by feelings they could not control. Their minds could not handle it. Daniel stepped forward. "Zoran cooked with emotion to help people. You wanted to use it to control and destroy. That's why you can't win." The restaurant walls glowed bright blue. The defense system activated fully. Energy beams shot from the ceiling, sealing the hunters in place. Their armor shattered like glass. One by one, they vanished into smoke, erased by the restaurant's final safety protocol. Silence filled the room. The red portal faded. The danger was gone. Daniel breathed heavily. Nira and Leary rushed to him. Leary hugged his leg tightly. "You saved us," she said softly. Nira looked at Daniel with deep respect. "Zoran was right about you. A human heart is stronger than any alien power." Daniel smiled weakly. "I'm just a chef." "No," Nira said. "You are now the guardian of this place." The restaurant lights shifted to a calm golden glow. The rulebook closed itself and floated back into its drawer. The portal in the center turned blue again, the sign that it was safe. Then the door opened. A tall shadowed alien entered. Not dangerous. Not glowing. Simply calm. It walked to the counter and placed a small coin made of crystal. "I heard the new human chef is special," the alien said. "I have a job for you. The galaxy needs your cooking." Daniel looked at Nira. Nira smiled. He turned back to the new customer. "Welcome," Daniel said. "We're open." And with that, the story of Zoran's restaurant, and Daniel's new journey, truly began.